Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning on Wednesday, July 3rd, getting ready for big July 4th celebration. But first, we got to get a show done on Panhandle Outdoors. And welcome to the show. Weather brought to you by, and it's amazing, every morning this weather, it looks like it's going to be like a simple forecast. And you never know when these summer thunderstorms pop up. And the other day, I was outside and one just blew up out of nowhere. I mean, the wind and lightning, boom. And as old as I am, it just still fascinates me how quick the weather can change. So I just want to pass that on to you so be aware of it, especially in the outdoor activities. The weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning Group Pollard and hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. Highs only going to get to 89 today, and lows going to be down to 78. Water temperature at the end of the pier is right at 85 degrees. It's been pretty steady, 85 degrees for the last week or two. River reading brought to us by good folks down at Panama City, Coca-Cola. The Apalachicola Bluntstown reading around a 3.4 this morning. And taking a look at the Choctawhatchee at Careville, a 4.5. It's been a little rainy off and on, and especially on the coastline. Then it's going a pattern. It hit the coastline for a couple of days, and next time it's inland, the I-10 corridor for a couple of days. So really, as you can tell, I'm fascinated with the weather and how it's just so unpredictable. Okay, the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today's, like I say, strong tides all week long. I had a high tide this morning at 7:50. It's going out all day to about 7:24. Wind be coming southeast at about 9, not 10, but 9. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Got all kind of pictures, and a lot of times get questions. I copy the questions out to share with you, just so you know what other people are thinking and they're doing with outdoor stuff. And some of them are amusing to you. It's amazing how, I don't like to use the word ignorant, but unaware of the situation. They're just asking questions. Will you show them how to bait a hook? And actually people are asking that. But anyway, people want the easy way out. They want to find out something easy instead of going out looking. We talk about that all the time. So here's this guy right here on the St. Mark's fishing page. How's it scalloping? And has anyone seen any sharks? Okay, here's the answer. I was down there last weekend. I didn't see any scallops while fishing, and even did some swimming and didn't see any. But I did see a 10-foot hammerhead and a huge bull shark. All right, that'll answer your question. This is really good. Frank Davis down in Howard Creek sent this to me. I did the show I did last week of going down to my granddad's old place and walking down to the creek. I enjoyed memories. I grew up 3 miles north of Radium Springs in Albany, Georgia. There were 7 lime sinkholes behind our home. The water pressure was so strong the artesian wells would shoot 20 feet in, and the Flint River was 1/2 mile from home. It brought back those memories. I'm the oldest of 10, and all my brothers are now gone. And here, he sent some pictures. Folks, that area up there in Georgia, South Georgia, the springs and artesian springs and all, isn't that a beautiful area? But look how the water quality that flows into the Flint River, and it's a beautiful area. Frank, thank you for sharing that with me. I know that was a majestic place, and what a wonderful place to grow up. Frank Davis. All right, look, I'm gonna go from beauty to something. Well, it's natural, it's nature. All right, look in this picture. I took this picture. Do you see anything? That's a root. The top of the picture is an overturned tree. A root is going to the ground. You see, I'm riding my bicycle the other afternoon, and I smell something. And of course, you watch all these shows like ID Channel, all that. You think about a body being dumped out. But I'm always thinking of a dead animal. So I'll get a little bit closer. It smells bad. Are you starting to see a deer? There it is, right there. And what had happened, okay, I got one more picture. I know it's an ugly picture, but he's decomposed. She has decomposed. And that right shoulder, here's in my detective work, here's what I figured out what happened. I wasn't that far, about 150 yards off of Highway 77 in that area of my bike ride. And I think that deer probably got hit at night because his right shoulder was all messed up. And it was decomposed and smelling really bad. But interesting enough, you think about what animals do in nature, what that deer done is found that hole right there where that root ball had come out, and there was a hole down there, and it was cool. And that actually she had gone in there to see if she could recover, I know, to cool down. And that's where she passed away. But that's exactly what that was. So anyway, got it solved. Okay, now scalloping is started, and a lot of us, that person was asking the other day about scalloping. The scallop season hadn't even started, and already asking about it. Okay, but here's a good one again from this St. Mark's fishing page. I'm looking forward to the entertainment of scalloping season. Look at this picture, folks. That is the foot of a motor. Now that area down there is not like we have up here in the Panhandle. This is a Big Bend area. These are limestone rocks and different kind of rocks out there in the water. I mean, that'll do some damage. That whole foot of that motor came off right there, and they just left there. But when you're going so fast and don't know where you are, that can happen. So that's entertaining on one end and not smart on the other end. Shark Week, speaking of sharks, is actually the safest time to go to the beach because all the sharks are busy being on TV. And Shark Week is coming up soon. Richard Sims, he was on the show from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I get a lot of stuff from him. Tennessee, this is the second year. This is interesting now. We talk about BUI in Florida, but Tennessee just passed this law last year for the same penalties as DUI. And Chickamauga Lake, where it is up in that area, has the highest number of boating incidents of any body of water in Tennessee. So they call it Operation Dry Water, but this is on their second year of the penalties. And there they are, so good for the Tennessee folks. Got some watermelons the other day. The Chesters are getting ready for July the 4th. Oh, happy day. Now I gotta get some shrimp. Getting that today. I'm gonna read this later. This is so good. I'm gonna just read it later. I don't have time. Brittany Larson, one of my former students, I did a video on it, but this was at her outdoor furniture. She'd moved her out on the porch. She slid it back, and that come running out of it, and she went running the other way. Okay, just now. Okay, this is a yellow jacket. Tony, let me see. Okay, here it is right here. Tony Anderson up there in Bristol. He's out there mowing his field. Okay, everything's fine. Just with a bush hog right there, just getting everything mowed down. And he noticed something. And here it was, folks, a yellow jacket nest. This is in the ground, and you won't see them. I mean, you walk up on them, you're in trouble, because what happens, they'll get on you, not just one or two, but the whole nest, they get all over you. And they make some nest in the oddest places, sometimes up in a tree, sometimes in the bushes, and a lot of times in the ground where the nest is. So thank you, Tony, for sending us a warning there, because they're really moving around this time of year. All right, Heather Taylor, the Taylor family, this past weekend, 3:45 wake-up call on the water at 5:15. It was a fun-filled day on the water with my two favorite guys. That's her husband and her son. There you go. There you go. And this is just a couple of series of pictures. What a way to spend a Saturday. And catching some fish, too. The Taylor family. Good job, Heather. Thanks for sharing those. Okay. And one more. Howard Creek. Two guys I know well. Alan Hawkins Jr. and Chad Gall. Chad's assistant principal at Breakfast Point. But look at Alan. Those two boys can fish now. Good outdoorsmen. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Quick little video here. Mike Grazioso, longtime loyal viewer, and I really appreciate Mike. He sent this little TikTok. I'm not a TikTok guy, but this was fascinating. I want to share it with you because it shows something that we all love to see, a little kid fishing. And so let's see if we can roll it here. So what it is, she's bound and determined to get this fish by herself. And it's a big fish, and I just started watching it, and watch her now. She's doing everything the right way. She puts her hand on it and picking it up, trying to get it in there. and hats off to her parents for letting her do it. Okay, I'm going to get down here lower, she said. I'm going to get down here closer to it. It's still not coming. I can get it. I can hear her now. I don't know the people. Look at there. It's still, oh, man. Still ain't got. I just got tickled on this, and she can't quite get it. She's still, almost. She's bound and determined to get that boat flip. She still ain't got it. Got it. Oh, come on. Cute little girl. There, she's got it. Okay. Good job there. She's tickled now. That was a nice fish. Okay, so anyway, thank you, Mike Grazioso, for sharing that with us, because that's some good stuff right there. Like I said, I don't do TikTok, but a lot of good things on there that people share with me, and I appreciate it. Let's pick it back up on the pictures. I didn't get through them. I started talking about them because each one of them is a great story. I want to, we'll go with this one. Donnell Finley, talking about rattlesnakes. Donnell, he ran them over in a tractor and found them in bushes. 30 minutes after that, then he had to shoot him a rat shot, but he ran out of bullets, so he had to go get some more bullets. So that is a big rattlesnake. Finley, the Finley boys, Donnell Finley. Okay, we'll show you this next one. This is good. This is good. Dennis Brannon. I'm talking about when I put the food scraps out. I too put out food scraps in my yard for the critters, and this box turtle loved the watermelon. You know the box turtles do. I thought that was a great picture, a round melon and a round shell. Good job. Dennis, thank you for sharing that with us. Okay. Did y'all hear about the boat fire over the weekend? It was Sunday morning. Billy Archer's going out on this, and he posted it first because he's headed out to the Gulf, and he was talking about I saw a boat on fire. And he's looking back at it, and that's right past Deepwater Point. And then I started later on that day, even before the news came on, you pretty well get all the information. They're still not quite sure what it is. So here it is. Here's a close-up shot. This is a 50 to 60 foot boat. This is not a small boat. 50 to 60 foot, right there, and sort of out around Grand Lagoon as it comes into the bay. And it just, you can see that fiberglass almost melting. And I don't have an after picture. It's like a charred hull. Okay, so anyway, the Coast Guard, they went out there. There was no injuries, no fatalities. There was no one on board, and they're not sure what happened. So that's just interesting. All right, a couple more. Carson Kelly. This is special because this is a Kelly family, a Kelly girl and the Mark Kelly's son, Carson. Folks, this is a 70-pound. This is huge, a 70-pounder. And here's another picture of it. Beautiful fish. Wahoo. Good job, Carson. I know he's what, third or fourth generation of the Kelly family that's doing some strong fishing. Okay, let's see. I got one more. Powell Adams, this chicken is walking across the slab, and I know that makes you mad. And 20 minutes later, there's this chicken on the grill. So anyway, let me get back. We're talking about wildlife photography and all the different things too. I want to show, Carol Miller sent some pictures the other day. And Carol is an excellent photographer. But let me get to them. Here they are right here. Sometimes, sometimes you hit this wrong, and it's here it is. All right, Carol. She's down. She actually goes here, right here. Got a series of pictures. This is a photo. Thought you might enjoy seeing the wildlife photos I shot this past week at Suwannee River State Park. The scenery along the river is beautiful, and there were a lot of critters to see. There was a huge soft-shell turtle that was well camouflaged in the forest. See if you can spot it in the photo. And then it's got an arrow showing it. It's over a foot long. That is huge. The park wasn't busy and worth the drive over. Hope all is well, Carol. So here we go. A series of, first of all, there's a picture right there. I see a Panhandle Outdoor shirt. So there's Joel with his shirt on, and they're out there. That's a beautiful area. I've got a series of them, and you can see. You see the limestone. This is why it goes on down toward the St. Mark's area where that foot of that motor was hit. So what's one of the first things they see? This reminds me of Jeff Peck's photography out at St. Andrew State Park. Great picture there. And then, see that, you know there's some good fishing up in that area. And then like a honeysuckle. This is good photography. That is an old river, and it's got a lot of history on that river, and a beautiful river. Coming out of those South Georgia, check out the birds. Okay, got a couple more. Here's another angle of it right here. So he turned his head the other way. That's a good picture. I could see it looking through a tunnel almost. And another big male cardinal. Carol did a good job with this. And then the butterflies, always the beautiful butterflies. Check out red-tailed hawk. That's a lot of wildlife and birds in that area. Another picture of it. Let's see, and then, where's the turtle? Y'all gotta look at this. Y'all see a turtle anywhere? I don't see a turtle. I'm looking down at the bottom, up at the top. I don't see a turtle. Okay? And then she points at it. It's right there. See, it's going in that path right there. It's going down the path. And let's see. Over. Look how big that turtle is. Look at there, the snout. That's interesting. A couple more pictures. There's the butterflies and look at the bright orange, some type of, I'm not sure what the flower is. I'm not going to guess. So anyway, that's the drive-through. And on the way out, let's see. She sees a big owl. See the owl in the tree? Y'all see it right there? I wouldn't have seen it. Carol, I'm glad you right on this and point out where everything is. You have really good eyes. Okay, love, let's take a final break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. How about 9:41 to 11:41 this morning and 10:10 to 12:10 tonight. Now, our friend Jack Nichols out there in Buena Vista, Colorado, sent this video. He said right now, you like videos from trail cams, which I do. And this is, of course, he watches the show out there on YouTube. So this is a friend's backyard. He's right outside the city limits. So let me see if I can get it going right here. All right, here it is. This is a trail camera. All right, here we go. You got this mountain lion, this cougar on the right-hand side. Look at there. It's at, boom, it's at 3:40 in the morning. Oh, the second one, 2 of them. Oh, the third one. Folks, it's like a jungle scene. This is in Colorado, 3 mountain lions walking through on that. That's just, to me, that's just like a majestic, I mean, you just don't see it. Oh, let's watch it one more time. 1, 2, and they all look like the same size. That's the first thing you're looking at was a male, but I think it might be 3 males. And they're on the prowl. It's at 3:41. It's 46 degrees out there. So that's cool. So thank you, Jack, for sending that. The trail cams, they do just such an amazing job. Let's talk a little bit about the big deal on these boating accidents. You saw that one, the boat burning up. I wrote down, we've had 3 boating accidents in that same area within probably 500 yards in the last 2 weeks. 3. Remember the first one, I showed the picture of the boat that run aground on Deepwater Point. They run all the way aground right there at Deepwater Point as coming into the pass. The second one was that, remembered last week, the party boat going out there, the pontoon boat going out the pass and hanging a ride and flipping over and threw out 11 people. That was the second one. And of course the third one was the one I just showed, was a boat burning up. So that's 3 in a relatively small area. It just comes to mind. I just want to be aware of the pass, the area of the pass where there's so much boating traffic and a lot of turbulent water coming in and out of there. Of course, that didn't cause the fire, but it did cause that boat to probably run aground, and it did cause that boat, the pontoon boat, to flip over. So always be aware of that. And like I say, when these storms come up, it's something else. Okay, let's get ready for July 4th. You saw the watermelons. I don't know if we're going to eat all of them or not, but July 4th is just special, a great time to celebrate, and we'll be having our shrimp boil down at the Cape. We've been doing such a long time. It's just so rewarding to Gail and I just sit. I started said we sit there. She works her butt off trying to get everything ready, but and then you got fireworks and all. We just watch them from the porch, but it's just a great time to celebrate and what it means in American history, the Declaration of Independence and freedom. You know how much I love our country. I could go on and on about all the things that we do, but I want to urge you to do some fellowshipping with your family, get your friends over, go to their place, or get family and friends together, eat well. And I always think about fireworks. One quick story. I was thinking about this last night. I hadn't thought about it in a long time. A long time ago, when we first moved here, I had my mom and dad come down to watch the fireworks in Lynn Haven. And we walked down there and get ready, and it was just fun having them down. And of course, it was a good while back, and we had some of those lawn chairs to sit back in. We're fairly close there to the edge of the water, and the fireworks weren't that far. And when it started going off, and you know, we don't take it for granted, a loud boom like that, and my dad just jumped. And I said, "Dad, are you okay?" And he said, "I just had, you know, what it was. It reminded him. He sort of got really, really quiet. Reminded him of World War II when he was in the war, and you know what all happened to that generation, all the things they went through, and it just really, he hadn't heard that sound. You know, we take it for granted on July 4th, the sound of the fireworks, and I just really, it hit me really, really. I never have forgotten that, and how the sound of the shells exploding and all, because he was close to some battle areas and all. So anyway, the greatest generation fought for our freedom, and so many other men and women throughout the history of our country have fought hard for our freedom, and we still have our freedom. It's because of the sacrifices of a fellow Americans doing that. So I have such a deep appreciation of them, and I always enjoy July 4th. And man, we'll get everybody together, and I'll give we have 25 or 30, and I'll give them a spiel about democracy and the sacrifices that Americans made. So, you know, enjoy it for the moment, and tell the kids to read the Declaration of Independence. You'd be surprised how many of them have not read the Declaration of Independence. And tell them they can go fishing tomorrow or go out in a boat tomorrow because of that Declaration of Independence, where a lot of other countries can't do stuff like that. So anyway, y'all enjoy the 4th. We'll have a video on tomorrow. I'll be back on Friday morning, give some seafood away, and give you our famous Friday fishing forecast. So y'all have a great day today. Have a great July 4th. Do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.